Yo, what is up, my friends? Thank you for joining me today. Today, man, I'm going to be talking about cannabis and its relationship with semen retention, what it does to you energetically, spiritually. So, when you look at weed, it has a feminine energy at its core. When a lot of cultures actually say the spirit of the plant itself, Lady Mary Jane, Lady Marijuana, is a feminine spirit, which is not a bad thing to intake every so often. If you are on the path of retention, it's good to balance yourself out. But if you are taking it quite frequently, especially every day or every other day, you are holding on to a lot of feminine energy and it could be taking away from your masculine drive. Now, the vibration of a weed vibrates somewhere around the level of contentness, the feeling of being content. When you are under the influence, majority of the time, you are okay with where you are currently at in your life. And that can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing if used negligently. For example, it will make you feel like it is okay to play video games all day. It is okay to sit down and watch anime for hours upon hours, and there won't be any consequences, which is not the case. If you are on this path, you have a specific vision that you want to manifest for yourself. And it is not going to be created sitting on the couch, being okay with where you are currently at. So if you're constantly smoking weed, this energy, it's keeping you at that level of contentness, which can be a good thing depending on your current situation. Maybe you have accomplished a lot and you just find yourself around a joint and you want to take a hit, whatever, do you. But the thing is, if you are constantly smoking weed or digesting it through edibles, whatever you're doing, it is affecting your energy and it is keeping you at that level of being content, and it can stunt your growth. This is a trap I found myself in between ages 18 and 22, and I'm happy I got out of it. But another thing that marijuana can do to you, and this is if you start doing it a lot and it starts disagreeing with what you got going on inside you, is it can start making you feel paranoid. And this paranoia, some people say it's a good thing because it helps you be aware of certain things you aren't when you are clear-minded, when you are sober, which can be a good thing if you're doing it every once in a while. But if you're doing it every day and it's just making you paranoid every day, this can cause a lot of psychological issues as well. This is why I think cannabis should be treated like a psychedelic, something you use very once in a while, not often at all. So you can get some sort of spiritual benefit. It kind of gets you out of your current mindset so you can see things that you aren't currently seeing. Or maybe you have some physical ailment that smoking it or digesting it, that kind of helps relieve the symptoms. So that can be good too. But other than that, there really is no point you should be taking it every day, especially if you are on this path, because it can be very dangerous to your masculine drive. It can just make you feel comfortable when you don't deserve to be comfortable, when you haven't accomplished what you want to do just yet. And I think a lot of you guys that are watching this right now that have made it this far agree with what I'm saying. And I might be a little biased because, like I said, I was a pothead between ages 18 and 22, smoking every day. Feel like I kind of smoked a lot of my life away. Didn't really try doing anything extra besides going to school or parties or raves or whatever. I feel like I could have done more things to set myself up for the future, which I didn't do. I kind of just let myself feel comfortable when I should have been more driven. But, I am grateful I got out of that at age 22. I've only smoked maybe a handful of times since then, and I've been completely sober from it since summer of 2020. So, I really have no desire to do it at all. And honestly, I don't think there is any need to do it. Just like psychedelics, there really is not a need to do it, but it can help you in some situations. And one more thing I want to talk about before I end the video. In a lot of these Western countries, like the US, Canada, I guess UK, and a lot of other countries out in Europe, a lot of these strains are genetically modified. These are not natural. When you are walking out in the woods, wherever cannabis grows naturally, You are not going to stumble upon Gorilla Glue. You are not going to take a stroll in the woods and find Death Star OG just right there. These things do not exist naturally. They are genetically modified, they are GMO, and who knows what kind of chemicals are going into it, what kind of chemicals they're spraying on it before it gets to you. So I really do not trust any of this weed out in the US where I live. It has been legalized where I live for the past 2 years. So I pretty much haven't smoked really since then, and I really would not trust any of these recreational stores. And I would not even trust your friendly neighborhood weed dealer because who knows what kind of chemicals have made its way into that, and it's also definitely GMO. They're selling you these same strains that you'll find in the rec store or the med store. They're just selling it cheaper because they don't have to put tax on it. But anyways, guys, that is the video for today. Any questions whatsoever, drop them down below and I will answer them. If you liked the video, drop a like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And as always, man, you have a great day. Peace.